How's it going, everyone? This is General.
And this is Captain.
And today we're going to be talking about the new Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay trailer that just came out last night. And we're going to do a quick, analysis of this. And of course, we start off with at the beginning of the video, we see the typical Los Santos, the old San Andreas.
Trees and whatnot.
Yeah, you look at everything. It's nothing new that we haven't seen before in the past Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay trailers, but you do see the
blimp, the super blimp. I forget what it's called, but it's they give it away as DLC, like from GameStop, I think.
And yeah, they do give it away as a DLC. There's not much more info on it other than being able to, take control of one and maybe, skydive out of it. I mean, who doesn't want to skydive out of it?
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, that would
just like park it right on Las Venturas Boulevard or something.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. So next frame here.
With Grand Theft.
In the next frame here, obviously we see a helicopter.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can notice, but maybe if you viewers want to go back, or it'll play just another few frames of this helicopter, but you can actually see the I guess it's the heat exhaust coming off of the rotors from the helicopter actually blurring in there.
So maybe that may be a new feature. Let's say there's heat-seeking missiles from a jet, or
heat-seeking rocket launchers.
Heat-seeking rocket launchers, or
added for cosmetic.
Cosmetic effects. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So on to the next frame.
Rockstar.
We know that scuba diving has been in here. Nothing new to touch about. Let's go and see what else.
Tried to reimagine the open world game
nothing
in a
new
number
here.
of ways.
Jets are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're definitely gonna have fun with this. We're gonna be able to
fly them through the bridges. I remember doing that. It was like the ultimate challenge on San Andreas.
Yeah, back in San Andreas, we all had access to the jetliner. It wasn't the jetliner; it was just a small jet. And we all, don't say you haven't, because you've all taken a jet and gone straight up into the sky until it couldn't go up anymore and just jumped out, and then you've been skydiving for a good 2 minutes.
You forget that you didn't pick up the parachute from on top of the big ass pointy building.
Yeah, I hated not picking up the parachute. I did that a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. So, also here in a minute.
Take a second right here. I don't know if you guys have caught this, or if they've shown it in other. I don't know if they have shown off. I guess airplane flying in other videos. But if you take a look down in the bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see the map, and instead of like a
blip. Instead of the normal blip map, instead of the normal, like if you were to be walking around on foot or in a car, you get the what do you call that? What do you call that?
I don't know. It's like an avionics thing. Like anybody watching this that knows about like airplanes and stabilizing or how to fly. I'm sure I'm getting this wrong. But
a lot of simulators. There's those simulating games.
Yeah.
I've played on my iOS device. I have an iPhone, and I used to play X Simulator. It's like an airplane game, and it had this radar on the bottom, and it would always, it kind of helps you stabilize and make sure you're level to the ground. Your airplane or your whatever you're flying is level to, in the air. So that's pretty cool. It changes your radar, I guess, to whatever type of vehicle you're driving. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, because I doubt that. Like, what purpose would that serve if you were driving like a minivan or something?
Yeah, true. Minivan.
Unless they have flying card sheets, then it would be
flying
useful.
Card sheets. Yes, it would be useful. Boats, of course, nothing new.
Oh, pause it right here, General. I would like to point out that to me, like, I don't know if it's how close he is, but to me the map looks like it's kind of at an angle. Like, it doesn't look like the map is overhead. Like later when the character's just walking around the city.
So what do you mean? What do you mean at an angle?
Like,
as in the map on the bottom left corner. You talking about the radar, or
that's what I mean. The radar in the bottom left corner, because the person playing the game obviously is looking towards the right.
Yeah.
At the bridge, but I don't know if the map is still an overhead view. Because to me, it looks like it's kind of at an angle, like a GPS would look like. You know how?
Okay,
how you can see forward.
I understand. The radar on the bottom corner is it like a 3D type of view?
Yeah, it looks like a 3D or like a GPS.
Like a TomTom view. Like, let's say you're getting directions to go somewhere, and it gives you that 3D type, 2D, two-dimensional look. Okay, I see.
Satirical.
Here we're gonna stop this. It's nighttime. You see that there's the old infamous hooker over there, hookah, whatever you want to call it. That's a new type of things the younger kids are doing nowadays. I mean, I'm not old. I'm saying I'm not old, but I don't do hookah or whatever they want to call it. I guess it's a type of legal tobacco where a lot of flavored tobacco that a lot of people are doing nowadays. It's never caught my attention. I'm not a smoker. Captain, what do you think?
What I think is that, like, we see one later in the video, but if you look behind the taxi at those headlights, that looks like the headlights from a Jeep, which would be pretty fun for them to bring into a Grand Theft Auto, you know, to go off-roading in.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the map is so huge.
That's going to be awesome. I remember off-roading on San Andreas with the buggy, with the dune buggy. I don't know if it was a dune buggy, but it was a similar car to that. And I would take to the desert, and I would go around the Area 51, you know, type of desert area. And I would take, you know, just kind of haul ass and do my own thing, you know, riding around, having fun. And, yeah, too bad I couldn't take a hooker out there from Grand Theft Auto 3 and just, you know, leave her out, kill her, and then get my money back. Also, we see a couple of skyscrapers in the middle. We see one AA and, let's say, I think a F1B. I'm not sure what I see. We see a guy over here on the bottom left corner of the screen. He's on the cell phone. And, yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to tell.
Typical night scene in, you know, random.
In Los Santos, you know. And, and also, once again, the hookah, I want to touch base on that. It looks like you might be able to, you know, be intoxicated like you are in Grand Theft Auto, like you are able to in Grand Theft Auto 4 by being drunk, and here you're going to be able to, you know, maybe be high or something, because later on in the episode, we'll get to that, you'll see, I think one of the characters coming out of a cannabis shop where they sell actual legal weed, so.
Reimagining of modern Southern California.
Alright, this is nothing new we've seen. I think this was in one of the original gameplay trailers of Grand Theft Auto 5 that came out at the beginning, if you remember.
Well, I'm not totally sure about that, but they did show a lot of, you know, people doing activities like the jet skis and stuff like that. So, like, I doubt jogging. You know, you probably spend plenty of time running from the police in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, games. Definitely. Next frame.
Here, I want to talk about, because look, like, you can see how far down that town or that little, you know, suburb place is, and it looks like the bottom left corner of the San Andreas map. But if you look at the tip of the mountain, there's like a freaking like a shack there.
There's like a base. I see it. Maybe a SAM site, a secret government SAM site.
Possibly,
maybe,
but
maybe Dr. Evil's ass is under there, you know, planning his next best thing. And
or completely opposite end of the spectrum, it could be some old country guy's moonshine distillery.
Moonshine distillery.
He's just making
or
it.
Yeah, you might see, you know, here in the middle, you know, a little bit. You might be able to see. You might be just some old school guy, you know, bringing up his you know, his goat herd, man. You know, you never know. Also, like, I'd also like to point out that, you know, Captain did point out how high the map is.
Oh yeah.
If you guys notice that the town on the bottom right corner, on the right side of the screen and on the left side of the screen, if you actually pay attention, you see how in-depth that is, and you see how high that you can get in this game. Like, I guess obviously you're going to be able to fly planes. You're going to be able to be in a helicopter. Yeah, you're going to be able to base jump.
Right there on the left in the bottom left corner. Like, whatever that is, if it's a town or a small factory,
it looks like
you could definitely base jump up from that shack.
And that's what amazes me at how Rockstar is doing a good job. It looks so big, though. I mean, it looks like, you know, you'll be able to go up as high as you can, like in San Andreas. So let's next frame. Let's see.
Expensive stores.
We got some expensive stores here. What do you think of that?
Well, you know, stores, as long as there's as long as there's not like an overabundance of money. I guess there will be later on in the game, but I remember in Grand Theft Auto 4, they had like, you just keep doing missions and side missions and stuff, and you would just get, you know, way too much money, but there was nothing to spend it on because all the clothes were pretty much the same. There was like 3 different clothing items in each store, and the only thing that changed between them was the color. There was like
the color,
2 colors.
Yeah. And it seems like, of course, look, on the bottom right corner, you see the map once again. And I also wanted to touch base with this. Me and Captain were talking about it earlier, that you see that the green, there's a green rectangular or line, and then there's a blue, and then there's yellow. We have yet to figure out what that is. We don't know if the green is your health, the blue aspect of the
could
rectangle,
be like body armor,
your body armor, and then the yellow. I don't know what yellow's for.
Stamina. Could be stamina.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're sitting there tapping the sprint button, then you will eventually tire out. Maybe they actually added in a stamina meter.
Rockstar may have added a stamina bar. But once again, we were talking about clothes. But like I said, I want to talk about the radar because we can't figure out what it is. Let us know what you guys think in the comment below and in the comment section below. And maybe if you guys have figured out what that's for, if the green, blue, and the yellow, maybe each one stands for a certain thing on your character. But once again, it's Ponsonby's Portola Drive. So this is, I guess,
it looks expensive,
the upscale neighborhood where you go buy your suits or something. You see all the upscale, higher class looking people. Compared to, I guess,
our character here is wearing a suit, actually.
Yeah, okay. So let's see.
Urban decay.
All right. Freeze frame. I forgot. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I know you guys are going to see the little play bar, but you know what? All right, so here we got a Jeep. What is that? 4x4. That's not a Jeep.
Looks like just an old beat-up truck.
A cargo truck. I guess we're going to call it a cargo truck.
But look on the oncoming lane right up there. There's like a. It's either one of two things.
That's a Jeep, man.
It's either a Jeep or it's a jacked up Beetle, because you know how people like to take Beetles off road for something. Look how it's rounded though.
Yeah, you're right. I see that. Also, we see a strip mall maybe on that headed towards the outskirts of town, or maybe this is in the middle of nowhere, and this is maybe a really small town in between the maps, in between bigger towns.
Yeah, you may be right on that, but if you do recall. From Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, north of Las Venturas, there was also like a strip mall.
Yeah,
so like something
remember.
Like that, but it was north of that. So this could be north of Las Venturas.
Okay, so let's see. Of course, we got some hobos under a bridge. This is she's gonna say something about urban. I don't know what she says, but all I know is that we see a bunch of hobos with some tents. This is a homing area for all the hobos, and I'm definitely going to have fun running my car through all these people and running through the tents. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe, Grand Theft Auto, what will Grand Theft Auto be without a few homeless people wandering around? That's how they are in all the games, but, maybe these will lead out to, because it looks like they're just under, an overpass.
Yeah, they're just hanging out right now. And of course, you guys, if you guys don't like us starting and stopping the gameplay trailer, we'll have a link in the video, and you guys can actually go watch the full gameplay trailer, and then come back and watch this analysis to let us know what you think in the comments, what we missed, what you guys think will happen, and we'll add it in our next, Grand Theft Auto 5 commentary video.
Yeah, because of course they are going to be putting up more videos the closer to release. I mean, what is it? Today's the 10th. It's the 10th.
It's
we're
the 10th,
recording
and
this. And the release date is September 17th. So that's like that's 2 months and a week, I think, away.
Yeah, I believe so. And they're of course they're gonna they kind of market a little bit, and then they mass market maybe a month before they start blasting the TVs with
GTA,
everything. Yeah. So of course we see the tents. We see the hobos driving. We see one getting drunk. One of them already like tipping over, walking like some cool hipster dude, and. Yeah, so next frame, let's see.
An untouched.
Okay, right here we see wildlife.
Wildlife, like I don't know. I think the only wildlife you ever had before was just shooting the red birds in GTA 4.
Yeah, GTA 4.
I don't think there's ever been any other kind of animals around the cities or nothing. And obviously, this is not a city. It's like this is somewhere out in between the cities, but. Like this is a new feature, and
it looks like it's something new because obviously the water looks great, the graphics look better and better while the gameplay is actually playing instead of getting paused so we can comment on it. But if you could tell, there's mountains in the background, and it seems like you'll be able to go out into the wilderness. And there's a few doe, which are those deer right in front of you. You do see those, and later on in the gameplay trailer, you'll actually be able to see one of the characters take his gun to it, and you'll see crosshairs on it. So maybe we'll be able to hunt, and hopefully it's not hunting just to kill the animals. Maybe it'll be hunting to get food. Maybe it'll be hunting to sell the deer pelt. Maybe to you never know. You never know.
Like they had in another great Rockstar game, Red Dead Redemption. You would hunt animals down. Maybe for challenges to build up your character's skills, or maybe to just to sell. And in this, like I don't think you could take the the deer or the doe hide up to Quickie Mart and ask Apu's like, hey,
man,
can I sell this to you?
Thank you, come again. That's what I'm gonna say.
Maybe you can join like a hunting club since there are other hobbies that you can engage in.
Okay, yeah, because let's see, next frame. Alright, so we see jet skiing here. Nothing new. We've seen jet skiing in trailers before. We see the beach. We see people riding around. Maybe we see, maybe this is part of the gameplay, or maybe you'll be able to have a girlfriend. I don't know, like you have been able to in Grand Theft Auto 4. Obviously, there's a couple right here riding a jet ski on the bottom left corner of the screen. And I don't know. That's just something to talk about, something we noticed,
Backwoods.
Then we got some, off-roading ATVs like I was talking about with the Jeeps, but, actual... four-wheelers. I think they had like one type of four-wheeler in San Andreas.
I think I remember doing a mission one time.
Yeah.
And I did the mission where you had to be out in the wilderness and you were on an ATV. I don't know if it was a side mission that I stumbled upon or if it was a main mission.
Not to say anything about the game. It's just been, so long.
It's been so long. Yeah, we loved San Andreas. I still love it to this day. And I have it on my MacBook, actually. And I have, along with all these other games. But San Andreas has always been one of my favorite go-to games once in a while. In the background, we see the mountains, the landscape, and it looks beautiful. It looks like you'll be able to, you'll be able to experience the city, the wilderness with the deer. You'll be able to experience, it looks like a really big world. Rockstar's outdoing themselves again as usual. Let's go to next frame.
The sublime and the ridiculous. All
right.
So we see right here. We see a couple of.
Hey, that's the the dude on the left. He's actually, if you ever, you guys might find this lame, but I actually did turn on the TVs in Grand Theft Auto 4 and actually watch the TV shows, and he's like, I cannot remember, but that's
you actually watched that? Wow!
Yeah, he's got the cigar in his mouth. And
all right, guys. So Captain here. Me and Captain are chilling, good friend of mine. Captain says he used to watch TV within the video game of Grand Theft Auto 4.
Hey, they were funny.
And he remembers this character, this animated
they were
character.
Like Roughnecks or something. Like they were like they're like Halo mixed with Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship Troopers was my thing over here.
And then like in the bottom right corner, you see another guy. But that is the dude. He's the same guy with the cigar.
All right, guys. If you guys are still playing Grand Theft Auto 4, which we do occasionally pop in once in a while, I'm gonna go back and actually double check on this. Thanks
dude,
to Captain here.
I'm telling you, it's in there.
Thanks to Captain here, I'm going to watch TV within a video game, waste even more time, but I'm going to look to see if this character is actually in the TV shows on Grand Theft Auto 4. If you guys know for sure that he's in there, let us know in the comments below. Okay, once again, they're fighting, they're arguing. It looks like these people are about to argue. They're fighting.
Who's the better mascot or something?
Who's the better mascot? Or they're pushing each other. And, you see right here, you see the lady in between these guys right under the temple. You see that she has it looks like a smartphone. I'm not going to say iPhone. But she has a smartphone, and it seems like she's recording. And it seems like there's another guy to her left with a jacket on. He's recording also. And then another guy over here to our left, right under your Captain America's butt. He's over here. He's got a phone also. So it seems like real world. If you do a crime, let's say if you go on a crime spree, people are obviously gonna call the cops on you, and they may, let's say, take a picture of you, and it'll be easier for them to find you.
I don't know about that, but
for the police to find you.
Like, if any of you guys watching this have ever played the Saints Row, I don't know if it's in Saints Row 2 or 1, but I know in Saints Row 3, you build up fans around the world, and they'll actually, ask for your autographs and stuff.
Okay.
On the side.
So maybe they'll...
because they all seem to be cheering, maybe because it's just a fight, but, they did have a fight club if you played the Ballad of Gay Tony, expansion or DLC or whatever.
On Grand Theft Auto 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was actually a fight club that you could go to. But,
okay.
This might just be a random mascot fight.
Yeah, this is just a random fight. Let's say maybe they're on some boulevard where all the famous people go, trying to make money. And hey, get out of my spot, man. This is where I sell drugs, man. Get off my corner. So next frame.
Greed and hypocrisy.
Next, nothing special about this. Just I guess
just some
upscale
business.
Upscale business people.
You tell me exactly what you want.
All right, you tell me exactly what you want. Obviously we see this guy right here is a lawyer, and we see our character over here doing I don't know what he's doing. I guess
probably
he's talking
doing a
to
mission
him
or something. Looks like probably going to be insulted by this guy or something. He's probably not paying him enough. I will take a moment to notice that if you look through the door, even though the frame is obviously on these two characters talking, but if you look in the door, behind that yellow, parking
Yeah.
block or whatever, it looks like the Bullet is making a return.
Yeah, we see the Bullet. I don't know what that is. What's the Bullet? Maybe a Ferrari, a
No,
Maybach.
the Bullet, it was a. Well, you're talking about the type of car in real
Yeah,
life.
the type of car in real life, but yeah, but the Bullet is is coming back to the scene. We see them going through the cut. That's nothing special. Obviously, our character here is Franklin, and he's he's a mid-20s young guy, so he's probably doing some dirty deal or doing the dirty work for some businessman.
And I will very carefully explain to you why it cannot be. What?
All right, so he said what? I'm gonna
it
go.
Looks like he's a little bit upset.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. If you guys see Motorsports on the top right corner, this is the guy he's actually talking to. So maybe this is a store owner. Telling him
maybe sorry to interrupt you here, but you remember in I don't know if it was before GTA 4, but I know they had it in GTA 4 where there was a contact in your phone where you could go and steal cars, but maybe they've added a more official part of that into the story. So maybe Franklin here is working for this guy at
on the side, maybe you'll be playing as Franklin. You'll be bringing him exotic cars that he wants, like in Grand Theft Auto 4 for your Bruce guy.
Yeah,
he always
Brucey
wants those
Kibbles.
cars. Brucey, yeah, damn Brucey, always causing trouble. All right, so next frame, an introduction to the world.
So what we doing here? We're working, amigo.
All right, they're working right here. Nothing new. I don't want to spoil anything up until we get to that part, but we see them, all the four main characters. We see Trevor, we see Michael, and we see Franklin. They're meeting up, and maybe they're scheming something. Obviously, you see that on the wall, and they're going to go rob something, or somebody needs something. So let's see what else.
First time, the game features not one.
Pretty like we got explosions going on down there, but it looks like they're I don't know if this is before or probably after, since there are things blowing up, but it looks like they're going over the plan or talking over what just happened in the story. But
yeah, they're not much to see, but you see the explosion, you see all them hanging out. It looks like they all all have an equal part in the Rockstar gameplay.
They're all wearing jumpsuits.
Yeah,
it's a disguise or something.
Yeah, they were all maybe playing as mechanics. It looks like they're above a warehouse, a mechanic warehouse, and it looks like it seems like it seems like they're just they all play a role in the game. It's not just one. You can play as one and go do everything. And no, you have to play as each one and see their side of the story and how it all unravels together.
3 would-be heroes.
So now what?
All right, so behind them right here, I wanted to point out, I don't know, Captain, but I see that there are train tracks. Maybe we got trains back. I remember in San Andreas we had trains that you can actually get in a train and you can just get that sucker going. And then once it got going, I like going through the towns and occasionally you would hit a vehicle.
And just send them flying.
I love that. That was awesome. I love that. Let's see what else we got.
Michael, a once successful bank robber.
All right. So anything new? You see anything here, Captain?
Yeah, I see that Michael looks like he's staring right back at us in the video.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look at this once famous bank robber sitting on his couch eating popcorn. But yeah, it just looks like this will be part of another cutscene where he's just just chilling out at his house.
Okay.
And now less successful family man.
You're a real asshole. What did you just say to me?
Stop it! You're ruining my yoga!
All right, so we just saw that he has a dysfunctional family. Big time dysfunctional family, and maybe he's losing his empire and he's trying to get rich again. That's Michael. He's an old guy. He's in his maybe early 40s, and he used to be a successful bank robber before becoming legit. And we don't know. He still has ties to the underworld. You never know.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that he was an older. What was his name? I think it was Tommy or Timmy Vercetti from Vice City.
Yeah, they think it's him. It could be. You never know.
It could.
He came back. Yeah, he came back. You never know.
And right here in this frame again,
where we're looking at Franklin right now.
Franklin.
Let me go forward a little bit so we actually see a little more. Hold on. I want to see this and talk to the viewers here
Franklin,
about it.
a hungry street hustler, convinced he's surrounded by.
And right here, before I point out the big thing that he's got a dog following him, we see the BMX bicycles are back. That's pretty cool. Build up your stamina. But the dog, if you go back,
Okay,
just a few frames, if you go back and you look at the map in the bottom left, you see the arrow that pops up, everywhere you move. But if you look right behind the arrow, there's like a little white rectangle or something coming off of it.
a
That's
little
not
blip.
normal.
That's the dog.
Yeah,
That's your dog. So
it's
your
like,
dog is following you.
like the yellow blips that would pop up on San
Okay,
Andreas
yeah.
when you had homies. So it looks like you can actually, have a dog
You
running
can own
around
a
as well.
dog. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So guys, all right, like I said, Captain, he made a damn good observation. I didn't even see it. Once again, on the bottom left corner, if you guys take a look, you'll see that there's a little round white blip behind our main character's triangle, the arrow, directional arrow, and you'll see that. And then if we go forward a little bit in the frame,
and then the dog would be getting closer, and you see it kind of disappears.
Yeah. So the blip disappears, and the dog is right behind him. What does this mean? Obviously, you're gonna be able to have a pet dog. Now, that's really awesome. What's gonna be cool? I'm really excited about that. But do you think we'll be able to go buy different types of dogs? What if he gets hurt? What if he gets ran over? Poor Lassie.
Oh, I think that's like anti-Lassie right there.
Yeah,
but actually on the background of my laptop, I actually have a promo image, and it is a Franklin holding that. I guess it would be the same exact dog. I think his name's Chop.
Okay, Chop. What's up, Chop? So
but, I don't know if it's just Chop that will follow you around occasionally.
Okay.
Or if if you could,
maybe you can go pick them up. Let's say if you're not on a mission, you can go to the house and like you would your homies, you'll be able to get him to follow you around and maybe back you up if you're going to be going into any mischief. You're going to be getting into any mischief. And of course, Rockstar putting in a little bit of San Andreas back. A little bit secret message. The trailer obviously shows "Welcome back," and it says something from you last time. If you guys can see that, go back a little bit and you'll be able to read what it says. But it says on the top right corner of the building, you see the 88s, the rolling 88s, and then the gang wars are still going on.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if I think in one of the earlier trailers they released maybe a few weeks ago, they had Franklin. I think it was the character introduction trailers that they had over Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. I think Franklin was getting harassed by some of his old friends or something.
Okay.
I think they were calling him a sellout or something like that.
All right.
But it looked like they were just disrespecting him, I guess, for leaving the gang.
So he's probably out of the gang, and they're still banging. Obviously, you see that group of people. You see the BMX bikes, and we got a lot more to look up to. Look forward to. You know what I mean?
Can't repo the assets of a dead man, big sick cheap asshole.
And then there's Trevor.
All right. So here we go. I'm gonna freeze
Less
frame
said about
this. We got crazy old,
Trevor.
the typical Trevor Phillips. He's old school country. He does all the grimy work.
This is literally the old Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah,
I swear.
yeah.
I don't know if Johnny's voicing him. I doubt it, but I can't look at a single frame or single video of Trevor Trevor doing something without
Trevor,
getting reminded of Jackass.
Yeah, so Trevor here, he's been a criminal all his life, and they say that he's crazy. He's an ex-military pilot. He's drug abusing, and he's friends with I think Michael. He knows Michael, and he used to rob banks with Michael. And I think that's all he knows, and that's what his thing is.
He just knows how to be a criminal.
He knows how to be a criminal. That's how he grew up. He does the dirty work for everyone.
Yeah, flushing a